Hello everyone. Let's talk about discussion texts. Discussions are used to present two points of view or different arguments about an issue. They are used to look at two different sides of an issue. Text discussion digunakan untuk melihat sebuah masalah dari dua sudut pandang yang berbeda. A discussion text consists of issue atau masalah yang sedang dibicarakan, arguments for atau yang menyetujui, arguments against atau yang tidak setuju, dan conclusion, simpulan. Issue berisi statement of what the issue is, pernyataan tentang isu tersebut, statement of different groups having different views, pernyataan dari grup-grup yang mempunyai sudut pandang yang berbeda. An issue may introduce the groups for and against. Isu juga bisa mengenalkan grup yang setuju dan grup yang tidak setuju. Yang kedua adalah arguments for atau pendapat yang setuju. Di sini penulis akan menuliskan beberapa sudut pandang dari pihak-pihak yang setuju. Isinya berupa first point of view, second point of view, next point of view. Yang ketiga adalah arguments against atau pihak-pihak yang tidak setuju. Pihak ini juga menyatakan pandangan-pandangannya. Jadi isinya adalah first point of view, second point of view, and next point of view. Bagian yang terakhir adalah conclusion atau simpulan. Bagian ini berisi summary atau ringkasan, recommendation atau rekomendasi. Jika menyatakan recommendation, akan lebih baik disertai why, mengapa hal tersebut direkomendasikan. The language features atau ciri-ciri kebahasaan. First, use of simple present tense. Menggunakan tenses pada masa sekarang. Yang kedua, use of thinking verbs atau kata kerja yang menunjukkan pikiran seperti feel, think, know, hope, like, believe, agree, oppose, admit, realize, etc. Text discussion juga menggunakan internal and external conjunction seperti yet, but, similarly, in addition, however, moreover, furthermore, etc. Masih ingat conjunction-conjunction ini? Kita pernah membahas ya di Unit 2 Report. Let's go to the text on page 131. Amanda is going to read it for you.
The controversy over using nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is commonly offered as an alternative to overcome the crisis of energy. The debate whether the use of nuclear energy is an appropriate choice has not come to an end. Some people agree with the utilization of it because of its benefits. Some others, however, disagree because of its risk to environment. Those who agree with the operation of nuclear reactors usually argue that the energy produced from them can be used for multi-purposes. The reactors can produce radioisotopes utilized in medical, industrial, and agricultural fields. They also claim that nuclear energy is the only visible choice to answer the ever-increasing energy needs. According to them, the other sources of energy, oil, coal, and liquid natural gas are not renewable and safe, while nuclear energy can be sustainably produced in a safe way. Some government officials also point out that this kind of energy is safest one in response to environment compared to the non-renewable ones mentioned above. They claim that the reactor operates on a zero-release basis, which means that waste materials are processed so that none will be released into the environment. In addition, they believe nuclear energy will never cause pollution, but the others, especially oil and coal, really do. However, people disagreeing with the use of nuclear energy, on the other hand, keep criticizing that to choose it as the best alternative to overcome the growing energy needs easily. The silliness can be seen from the question, why they are interested in nuclear power when there are still an abundance of natural energy sources, oil, coal, hydroelectric, thermal, etc. In reaction to environment, they add that the operation of the nuclear reactors does not make any sense. Some NGOs specializing in efforts to save environment argue that their waste products completely destroy environment and human lives. On the other hand, it is true that the other kinds of energy like oil and coal support the environment pollution, but their contribution can still be tolerated. It is also true that the nuclear reactors provide energy in great quantities, but their contribution to destroy environment and lives cannot be avoided. A meltdown in a reactor, for example, results in a contamination of soil and water under its core, making human lives impossible for miles around. The reactor is also dangerous to lives because of its radiation leaking. In this case, it is often said that under a good control no fission products are allowed to leak out from the reactor. But who can guarantee this? It is obvious that nuclear energy should be avoided because it endangers the environment. If we continue using it while the radiation is very poorly controlled, then it will kill ourselves sooner or later. The government should pay much attention to the facts and revise the choice.
Thank you, Amanda. Let's analyze the text. Apa isu dari teks tadi? This is the issue. Some others, however, disagree because of its risk to environment. What about the arguments for? Ada 4 argumen dari teks tadi. Pertama, energi nuklir multi-purposes. Kedua, the only feasible atau pilihan yang paling mungkin. Ketiga, the safest one, yang paling aman. Keempat, never cause pollution, tidak pernah menyebabkan polusi. Bagaimana dengan arguments against atau yang tidak setuju? Pendapat pertama adalah menggunakan energi nuklir itu silly atau konyol. Karena masih ada abundance of natural energy sources atau keberlimpahan sumber energi. Kedua, it destroys environment, menghancurkan lingkungan. Ketiga, adanya radiation leaking, kebocoran radiasi. Keempat, who can guarantee that there is a good control? Siapa yang bisa menjamin bahwa kontrolnya selalu bagus? Teks ini memberikan rekomendasi yaitu we have to avoid nuclear energy. Kita harus menghindari energi nuklir. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.